VP Dastan. They know these players inside and out. Just another team for VP, though the black and yellow jerseys feared and synonymous with success. Simple, alongside Electronic, Perfecto, Boomich, and Flamey. Our semi-finals are set. We start on Inferno, and it's a map that has previously been critical of the VP CT side. We'll see if they've tidied anything up and see how Na'Vi choose to face the Wrath.
Two CZs on a pistol round. That's a very, very interesting buy from VP to kick things off.
I've seen how well that CZ works on boiler pushes, but, yeah, exactly, James and Abs. But I don't know how far it's going to get them here on this close wall. Kick-It could slap.
Russia style. This is rolling back the years. A CZ on this little, like, half-wall area. The sandbags, this area. Whoa. Excuse me?
Freebie right there.
I blinked and I seem to have missed it, and Kick-It's missed all of that too. It's meant to be there. It's meant to look good, but now get to back away, get a little CZ. Player advantage, and it's going to fall to, I think it's Sanji over there. This is going to be tough. 4 players pouring his way.
What's he supposed to do? Oh, okay. The smoke does seem to have kept them at bay. Nade's thrown, pushing in, needs Electronic. He can't even finish the job. A double for Electronic. Simple waiting for Buster, and a quick adjustment necessary. Doesn't find it initially, and Buster will win that duel, but 2 of them low. There is a way back in for Buster. Yakinda, what on earth is he supposed to do with his health? It will be Buster, hoping and praying. Boomich steps a toe out of line, and he did. The healthiest member of Na'Vi confirms where Buster is advancing from. That's the shot he needed.
Gosh.
Now he hopes and prays he can catch another. Hoping for the flank. No time, no kit.
He can make it costly. He can't get the defuse at this point. They don't have the kit, right? But he can maybe do some damage. He can get in the heads. They can't keep the guns. They can't keep the armor. And Flamey going to try and just make it out.
Yeah. Does he?
Don't think so. Don't know where the bomb's planted.
Oh, 3 HP. Very lucky there, Flamey. You can see Yakinda over on the other side of the map here, just holding onto his armor. Buster did some damage, so the extra cash flow from those frags is nice, but all in all, they got locked out very early, and that's both of the CZs going down without impact. And that is an issue right there, because they were brought on in as key components of that round for VP, and they went missing. So good job from Na'Vi to convert that pistol and see how they get underway with these buy rounds. We're going to see what version of Na'Vi we're dealing with in early stages. If they're showing wobbles, they're showing some issues against just the pistols, then Na'Vi might be in for a long one.
Maybe. Let's keep eyes on this, because I'm going to be honest, they look sharp at least. It looks like they've got their warm-up in. They've had the breakfast, they've had the lunch, and they're looking ready to go.
Well, the flip side of this story is the Espada game. It got them to the playoffs. Then Gambit, it's a team that they had to respect and fear some of the individuals, but got the job done. And now it's against VP, a team who's already beaten them throughout this tournament. So if Na'Vi wants some revenge, maybe they can grab it here. Maybe they're fired up. Maybe they're a playoffs team. Wouldn't that make sense?
A playoffs Na'Vi. Yeah, maybe. Ow. Ow.
He's hit his funny bone.
No, handy, okay.
Top of my hand on the spiky box.
Oh.
Okay, I'll get over it.
Okay.
Rid of a new hand.
Oh, I like this. Buster flashed in. Does find Perfecto, but I guess that might keep them considering that this is still a B piece. It's not. And actually, they're already sending Sanji over towards Speedway through CT, and the T side have got that top middle control. Kick-It's going to be the one to get the first bit of attention. James is there, playing by Coldzera's box, just going to pop himself up.
Yeah.
Smoke goes in. They bought time for rotations.
They dropped both smokes. Yeah, that was everything. So as soon as these two fade, they can go wherever they want. They're actually walking back to B. I have a horrible feeling, though, that if they do commit to this B, if Yakinda drops his smoke, they could lose this. This could be a big, fat throw.
There it is. Do they push that?
They have to.
Pre-fire it. Yeah, that's really big play from Boomich, and they will run through it now, disrespecting the smoke into the site. Great shooting. Buster takes down the AK. Deagle shots connecting from Sanji, and we got ourselves a 2v2. Kit as well. Kick-It's a little late to the party. Flaming up Banana. Oh, dear. Sanji got caught before the hunt could really get set up. And there is a Kit now lying idle on the floor. Kick-It hoping to contain. He could have Boomich, element of surprise, and that's a huge round from Boomich. Saves Na'Vi, digs them out of trouble. 4 kills. Catching Yakinda on the pre-fire there was the main reason they got into the site in the first place.
Okay, well, it did get dicey, but the fact that they're able to get through a round like that means that Na'Vi are hot to trot for the third. It will just be the pistols for VP going forward. Shouldn't be the upgrade. They might get some P250s on a few of their members, but I wouldn't be expecting the force. And there it is. You can see Buster just rocking with a flash. We've got Sanji with the P2K, a P250 for Kick-It, and Yakinda with a smoke as well. So not operating with a lot of VP right here.
Gotta be honest though, if I'm Virtus.pro, I wouldn't be too disheartened. Maybe a little frustrated those CZs didn't get too much going, but these rounds have been somewhat competitive, made closer than they somewhat should be. This one should be a walk in the park though. As I said, there's very few threats up on the deck, just that P250 and a flash, and obviously a stack. However, the bomb's still down by T stairs, so no threat in losing that or needlessly going in. Simple, just padding the stats. And that's about A clear.
Yeah, well, a clean one there. As Yukinda just on the B site right now, he's got one player to deal with. That's Perfecto, who's just patrolling towards the top of Banana, and this USP in hand, well, it really shouldn't be getting much done. He can isolate this 1v1, pick up the MAC-10 and farm a couple more. That would be nice for the kill bonus, but Na'Vi have no reason to overextend, no reason to chase. They don't have a lot to gain themselves, so Perfecto will just be tucked on here towards the sandbag position. The other 4 members of Na'Vi all congregated around the bomb, and there we go. Perfecto takes down Yukinda, and we can get the real gun rounds underway. VP will be getting that AWP out. Buster can drop that across. Actually, James just purchased on it himself. I thought maybe he'd want to get that dropped over for a bit more utility. And he's going with the AWP head armor and a smoke. What's Buster going to buy here? Because he normally gets left on that B bomb site on his lonesome there with Yukinda playing in swing, and we highlighted within the pre-game that Yukinda seems like he's in rotation a lot of the time. Let's see if that's similar theme here today or if they've changed their CT-sided approach. But it is going to be 3 MAC-10s on the Na'Vi side coming into this round because of the clean sweep. So it's a bit faster, a bit quicker up Banana.
Yeah, they like denying this early Banana control from the CTs, and looks like Perfecto's steps have faked and pulled the utility out. Look at that, nade wasted. Throws out one of his own towards the sandbag's corner.
Still got the big stuff, excluding one smoke on Yukinda. They've still got the mollies, they've still got what they need. It can be held still. There's that molly invested, gonna keep Perfecto a little further back. But we are still above a minute, so that utility is gonna be looking a little dire. Flamey getting across, getting some attention. Molly towards the top of mid, so they're still in this. Na'Vi though, looking very postured to try and get that pressure going. It looks like there comes that late round Banana control coming up from Buster, having a little bit of a look down, and I'm not sure where Na'Vi are taking this. It looks like a B
this
piece.
is nice. They've caught them again with the rotate A. They make them stack A. And then Buster, this time, is the one that's left solo B. They'll do smoke execute here. Flamey to sell it. Sanji rotating back. You might be there in time. Yukinda wants info mid. He spots nothing. He starts the flank. They're going B. James rotating in as well. Na'Vi have taken just a little too long about this. To the point now where there's 3, make it even 4 CTs ready for them. One's on the flank, here they come, the SMGs flood in. Buster using that smoke to evade, and Boomich should be the first target, but again with the impact fragging, James finds Boomich. Electronic on the AK finds the bomb plant. Can't be contested, but Yukinda has the element of surprise. The spray was dodgy, cost him his life with the 1. And James to clutch, they're grouped up. How does he get 2 fights here? How does he get 2 independent 1v1s? He takes the first shot. And spotting the second, it was Simple's head. Now dead. Simple recovers an AWP.
He doesn't want it.
Doesn't want it.
Okay, this is something we've seen quite a bit from Na'Vi on their T-sides in recent. They've been opting to go for the 5 rifles as opposed to picking up the AWP. Now, on a map like Inferno, we can make more of a case for why, but we can also talk about other games we've seen them playing. Overpass T-side, he didn't get it out within the early stages. You can say the same for Nuke in some of the maps that they played so far. And a bit of a chuckle here from Simple. So, smiles all round for Na'Vi within the early stages of this one. That's a good sign. Normally, it's bickering. Normally it's not getting the high fives out there, but now they're 4-0 up, and it's going to be the pistol upgrade again from VP. Deagle down Banana. Buster doing a bit of damage, but he's stuck. The Molotov forced him into that fight, and Boomich finishes him off.
So far, big tick in the box here for Na'Vi, doing very well to clear through.
Gold stars, I think, Lauren. Fredo Frogs even.
Ledo logs.
Stamps on the hands.
Yeah, no Fredo Frogs. Freddy Frogs. What are they called? I don't remember.
Fredo Frog.
Simple towards James. And yeah, so far no one dying for Na'Vi. Yeah, Flame is taking damage, so Simple, so it's good. But they still stand, and they're keeping this lovely, really clean, nice work. And the Deagle for Yukinda really didn't get much time to do too much here.
It's crazy how well Na'Vi played with the CT-sided rotations in the previous round from VP. I think what they might need to do is stop going for those gamble stacks and just plant their feet, because they just evaded all of that Banana info. Molly comes, nade comes, hiding towards logs, hiding T-stairs. You can spot Banana, you can call it's clear. That's going to force you to rotate a player away. And as you're doing so, we take back the territory, we execute on through. And even with the stack, Yukinda on that flank, I think we all think he probably should have had 2 kills right there of both players just trickling down into that pool position. But unable to convert. We're talking about a player here who, at this level of Counter-Strike, inexperienced. Right, we painting Yakinda as one of the big boy players, and he is. For the maps played so far, there's 40 of them for VP since this roster has been together. He's the highest rated player statistically, but to expect him to be able to perform against the big boys all the time, that's going to take, well, exactly that, time. That's wild when you look at this VP roster, right? They've played, of those 40 maps, they've won 31 of them. But you go look at all the players and teams that they've versed, it's more of the realms of the tier 3s, the tier 2s. This is the second time they're actually playing against a tier 1 opponent, and it's Na'Vi twice.
Yeah, it's not an easy task. And I'm looking at Flaming Perfecto, who are sticking on the max for so long because they can. They're going to rinse this economy, and if they can't afford Henar, if they don't want to go for it, it's going to do so much more. And between the legs for Jane, but fast piece from Perfecto. He's going to chase this.
What is he doing? That's crazy. Simple was flashed, and now he wants more. Dinks up Buster, but it's a good triple kill. 2 Na'Vi members and 1 of his own.
See ya, Buster.
Sanji needed that clean kill onto Simple. He's got Banana now. He's got the advantage, and all of that hard work from Buster now likely to be converted. Unless Electronic fancies his chances, he's been spotted. Sanji playing the defensive card here.
Looks nervous.
Does look nervous. They discussed no fear of the name, but maybe the fear of Electronic coming towards you on Banana is enough to create a little bit of a lack of confidence. We do see Kickert leaning over towards B now.
This has to be VP's round. If it's not, I'm already starting to build a scary storyline for the Virtus.pro boys here. They cannot afford to lose this. Kickert needs to find a frag. Sanji just found his first on that. As the util's thrown out to B, Sanji readies himself for war. Kickert rotating in. Process of elimination does seem to dictate the bomb will go down unless Kickert fancies his chances through the smoke, and he is. Going through, Sanji draws their attention and going for the transfer, all onto Electronic now. Perfect execution. Sanji to be isolated and finished off nicely. That is VP's first and a necessary round found.
Some of these sprays look so wild. They look nervous in a way. Just individually as players, not as the way they're approaching mentally necessarily, just the fact that they are so desperate on some of these kills.
It's just, I think the fact that Sanji takes down Buster here, you know, just puts a bullet in the back of his head. That's not the way you want to be kicking off this game, but the fact that they do convert from there,
nice work.
Huge positive, and it's actually forced Na'Vi into taking a timeout. So those Mac 10s, the Perfecto and Flamey were rocking, I think they'll be upgraded very quickly into AK-47s. Yeah, they were just running away with those rounds. So great stuff from Na'Vi within the early stages. They've already set themselves a massive foundation on this T-half. From here, anything that they build, if we're getting in the realms of 7, 8 rounds on the T-half, they've done a great job. So for them, this early stage through Boomich, 7 kills to his name, 120 ADR. They're kicking things off right, and hopefully that good mood, those chuckles we saw from Simple, can continue throughout, because Na'Vi, look, they're the kings of the region. We built this storyline up for the IEM New York CIS division, that it was Kings of the Castle Na'Vi, and then who could challenge them, who could test them. Well, it felt like a lot of teams could test them, but now that we're in the playoffs, if they just run this gauntlet and go undefeated in maps, well, we're back to the story as we all expected. Let's see which version of Na'Vi continues forward here, as guns are back on out. Still no ult for Simple. James over towards B and being pressured.
Disrespect, I love it. This is confidence. This is how you have to tame these boys first. And so far, a 2-for-1 trade. Banana is now garnered. They've got that. It's just Buster again.
It's scary, very intimidating. This Na'Vi roster.
Oh, yes.
God, they've got no chill. Straight into the site, spraying through the smoke, flashes, smokes, even flashing their teammates as they manage to force themselves into the B site. And they will just have to accept their fate here. Sanji and Kickert.
Nice.
I love that.
Locked into the save very early on, early doors, and look at the frag distribution. Every member of Na'Vi finding something.
You know what this is reminding me of right here? The way that Na'Vi are taking Banana is similar to how EG was doing it probably about 9 to 10 months ago with Ethan and Stanislaw. Just marauders up Banana time and time again, not stopping for mollies. A constant routine of nades is Simple. He's going to take out one. He's got another to find, and Kickert survives. But for how long? They know where he is now, and the chase is coming.
Yeah, I think he's good. I think he should be fine. He's actually going to pause in the apps and drop in a smoke to secure himself.
Where can I hide?
Lamey's running at him. I mean, there is a slight chance he pre-fires this, but...
Oh, he's got him too.
Booked him. That's brutal. And this is a quick recap of how the rounds have gone so far. It was close all the way, 1v1s and containment, but it hasn't been able to monitor or maintain that Na'Vi honesty in the economy. They've still got about 8 grand, and we do see a full investment coming out from James. He's opted for the Hero AWP. Now, this feels like the start of a deep hole. Now they have to convert an opening frag here. Does James take initiative? He is going to be. He's probably going to have a look here. Molly will stop him, or will it? Taking the fight down to 22. That's sketchy. James lucky to be alive. Okay, now it gets even worse. Their one shining beacon of round 8 is working with 20% health. No fun for anyone. Up mid, no contest. They haven't had to use any utility for this. And yeah, they didn't get spotted. Didn't. Trying to bait the drop off. Maybe Flamey lackadaisical on this corner. Doesn't look like he will be. Look at that jiggle. Oh, that's filthy. Filthy jiggling. Buster brought down to 26 as well. James going to have to save this. He's not going to have any fun. Simple's already boosted up. That's nuts. Next time, Buster has a little look, a little confirmation as to where they may be. Kicker could spot him. He does. Oh, but the adjustment's there, and Simple lives to tell the tale.
They can go back to B now. There's no rush on this for Na'Vi. 50 seconds left on the clock. This isn't Na'Vi pace whatsoever.
Yeah, what's going on? You remember when they used to run the clock down? This is a different feel.
James going the long way around. I think even they're a little confused. They're so steadfast in this hit. They've just bullied their way through. They've been doing it by B. They just pour the bodies in and they commit. And these two can't do anything.
But start the chase now. Plant the bomb, leave one player with it, and start the chase. You know the AWP is on the board. The rest have just been pistols. Send your peons out now. Look at the cash money in the bank balance for Na'Vi. There's no reason they can't chase. And here at this point, send them forward. Call what you're clearing. Check every single corner and keep the pressure on. Take the AWP away from James. What's he got?
Nothing. Peanuts. $0 in the bank account and $3,400 for the CT loss bonus. He will not have a weapon into the next, at least not a good one, if he goes down. But it does seem like Na'Vi are taking a little bit more of a passive approach just in the banana line. They know it's scary if the Norp is holding.
Interesting. Very strange to see them not going for a chase here. I understand not wanting to give away another AK and Yakinda to pick that up and carry that through, but knowing that the AWP is out now and it was unlikely another one could be poached on through from at least James, you could take away a massive chunk. Now, Yakinda did go into this next round coming up with over 6K. He could have dropped one, or some of the other players who were sitting there around close to that 6K mark could have given James another AWP. But just taking away all of that investment on a round where VP had nothing done is demoralizing in itself. Na'Vi now up to a 7-1 scoreline, looking to win the half if they convert this one here. And wonder if we go back to the fast banana play. That was working so well.
It certainly was. Perfecto's molly calculated and dropped. Yakinda with a response to buy some time. And Perfecto keeps his nades exchanged evenly with theirs. A deep banana smoke. That's new. Boomch is ahead of it. Oh, but he catches a heavy nade for that push.
Oh, Yakinda, this is a horrible job you're having to deal with here. He does have Buster by his side, but not too subtle about this. Boomich is going to definitely hear these steps. Molly comes in. Now they have to kind of decide what they want to do. Isolated slightly. Boomich is in a bad shape, but they've expended most of their utility. One flash is all that's left.
That's bang on right there. Look at all the nades that have been expended just by presence in banana. There was no indication behind it. It was one of those fast plays as before, and now they can just set up for a standard B execute.
Flamey's going to fake A with his smoke, maybe? No, not even. Yeah, yes, he is.
They've been dropping this one. Oh, yes, they've been dropping this smoke quite a lot. So this one here is going to give the illusion that a mid to B is possible. But Yakinda, he's taken away that illusion with some banana aggression.
More than one. Really good shooting from Yakinda. Even gets a third. That's what VP were waiting for. And just like that, the round likely won. Yakinda finding a multi-kill. It's been looting by VP. That's their 6th multi-kill round and a triple kill. Crucial. Buster on the site. Sanji with him in the second orange is just baiting. The only way back in will be some heroics. Flamey and Simple more than capable. Looks like the molly's failed. That's a problem. Buster can hide happily on Nubox.
Can Simple isolate any of these?
8 seconds. Nice work. Sanji solved the problem.
Good work.
Gets the last 2 on that B finish. So,
best round yet.
Best round yet from VP. Thank you, Yakinda.
I'll just do that another 6 times, then you have a half. I feel like Na'Vi may as well just go back to that really early banana harassment, and one thing that might be stopping them from that is the new smoke that VP are dropping towards the top of banana themselves. Not only is that giving them the option for the one-way, it's also giving them the ability to stall out these Molotovs, because it was just harassment towards the top of banana with nades before. They've actually gone for a 4-man B lane this time, so expecting that exact play.
They've been conditioned to have to deal with this. They've been losing that fight every single time. Yakinda's lucky to be alive. Simple's quick today. Big connection, no kill for it, but Yakinda may be feeling like he wants to put some of that utility in because he's feeling a little bit more expendable now, but let's see where he wants to do with this. We do have that smoke. Molly. Do they try and retake that top of banana control? Not right now, but they have at least drawn out a little bit of the utility.
They haven't used every trick in the book just to keep banana control. It's insane. Orb there, 4-man leans, top banana retake smokes, deep smokes, second waves of Molotovs, and Na'Vi still have top mid, so information granted.
Yeah, one of the two. It's the traditional checklist. The gold stars being rewarded is banana control, top mid control, even maybe apps if you really want to do well. But Electronic waiting patiently. On the other side is Yakinda. They've fallen back towards A. This is now the 4-ish, 3.5, now 4-man lean towards this side. Electronic has that filthy angle, and Sanji receives a boatload of damage for it. Oh gosh, James, this timing is going to be horrific for him, and now they're going to be paranoid of that wrap towards B. They've heard the steps. Yakinda sees the shadows though. Flamey, perfecto, that's Yakinda again. He was damaged early, down to 23 so early on in that banana battle, and they've finally held it. They've finally quelled Na'Vi's pace.
It seems the answer is Yakinda. Oh, and a miss from Simple. Jane with a circle strafe. He won't get a repeat, at least not a clean one. Kickit finds him. And VP, they'll take 3. That's important. Starting to whittle away at the T-side bank. I'm afraid there's still plenty more for Na'Vi. Should they want to call a timeout, they will. US Air Force tactical timeout summoned as they have used their second.
The thing is now, because Na'Vi know there's such a banana presence, if they wanted to go for something that was a bit quicker on towards that A site, like a mid-pop with a fast wrap, smoking off towards CT spawn, and seeing if they can isolate, kick it over towards that pit position, that would have been good a round ago. But now, if they go for it, VP might fall into the standard 2-3 setup, or maybe just 3 players towards top banana early with harassment, then dropping one back on a fast rotation. So that element of surprise feels like it's almost gone from Na'Vi at this stage, but they always have that fast banana play in their back pocket. Now with this duel here from Yakinda, Perfecto helped out him a little bit. He tagged up Flamey before that peak. Just a bit of friendly fire. But all in all, it's 3 on the board now for VP. They need 4. And going into this round, they have a chance to start, well, not breaking the money of Na'Vi, but making it look worse for wear. Smoke towards top banana from Boomich this time.
And I feel as though we talk about making teams having to, to respect you and quelling that aggression. I feel like they've finally done that for Virtus.pro. They've finally dealt with Na'Vi, just going, right, we can run them. We can run them for a couple of rounds, and they got 7 for it, which is excellent for Na'Vi. Now we get into more normal game of Counter-Strike. So we have to see if they can now keep up with the more traditional pace from Na'Vi. And I say that as they quite quickly take top mid control.
Yeah, they've given up banana within the early stages here to opt for brackets, and with brackets they can put a lot of pressure on the rotation. You can see Yakinda thinking he needs to float, going highway now. The arch side is copying Molotovs galore, smokes, nades, and presence even. Jane wants to get up close and personal. Sanji's coming too. They managed to wrestle back mid-control, so this fight for information, it's now changed side of the map here. Perfecto towards top banana. He has information there, but Na'Vi have no utility left. Just some smokes and an entry.
Yeah, he's been trying to take matters into his own hands, and successfully for the last 2 rounds. Now peeking into Simple is Jane.
So aware.
So ready for it. Good shots from Sanji. Needs more. Kickit's got the crossfire. He will be Molotov'd out, though. Does he have a smoke? He will have to drop it. Or stand and fight. Gets the spray in the flames. Backing out with 20 HP. Eventually finished off. Perfecto opens up the site. And now Buster's got a bit of a fight ahead of him. 8 frags would need to leave the round with 10 to avoid the 8th here for Na'Vi. Perfecto is low and on the site. Flamey's the one to win the round. Bomb down for him. Buster needs this one clearly. He does have a smoke grenade, does have an incendiary. The first is everything.
I like these playing ahead of the utility, trying to not give away the game that he's this close, but it does mean it's dangerous. Perfecto so tucked in. It plays to the... Wait, he's found Perfecto now. Flamey sitting pretty. 97 HP. Stays alive, stays calm, and gets the round for Na'Vi.
Yeah, nice crossfire established. Made it as difficult as possible for Buster despite the low HP. Good jiggle from Perfecto, not too passive. So as to get that information. Good adjustment all the same from Buster. That's the second kill from Perfecto. He opened up the site, confirmed the round, and 8th found now for Na'Vi. Fans loving that. Loving the wallpaper there as well. It's been a while since wallpaper kind of was in. And I'm happy to see it. I remember selling the rolls of wallpaper at home base and a full P90 out and about from Flamey. That's a deliberate choice. Now, that suggests he's looking for a close fight. He's looking to hold his movement keys. We've seen a few teams from the Americas using that. James, a little late on the trigger there. Backing away from his mid-fight on Arch side, wrapping in. Flamey's P90 working apps.
This is very odd.
I mean, it must be jumping out of the pit, right? Like, that must be the explanation for it. He's going to be fighting those boys.
Got 50 bullets to play with, I guess you can just hold it down.
Might get a free upgrade from the balcony as well if he takes down Kick It. So a few options here. The rotation has come in right now from Yakinda, and Buster's being flashed off the line. So that rotation goes back. You can just see that little dot in the top left of your screen. Watch the number 1. Back and forth. That's all he does, poor Yakinda.
Oh, James. Tentatively looking towards the top of the middle. There are now 4 players heading this way, so if he overcommits and gets caught in no man's land, I don't want to say it's a one and done here, but that's a scary spot to hold. That's one. Peeks back in. Oh, it's a double. All right, one and done. I said absolutely nothing of the sort. I promise you, even the barrel's showing. He gets the tag on Perfecto, 15 HP, pistol out. He knows he's doing well here, James. This is a confidence builder and a half. 4 big kills. That mid piece now dealt with. Simple takes so much damage. This clutch becomes incredibly hard with 25 seconds.
Yeah, he's got no options. He's running to B. I mean, there is Yakinda there. Buster's there as well. If he goes the safe route, there could be a world where he gets the bomb down, but I'm afraid, yeah, he's walking into Yakinda. So, finished off by the B defense, but James wins them that round. He just doubled his kills in one round, a collateral with the AWP as well.
And they need to hold on here. So now a big multi-kill round from James. If every individual on VP steps up and gets them a couple of those to seal out what could be an 8-7 half, they can go into their T side with smiles on their faces, but so far we're still in wobbly territory for VP. Na'Vi need to consider their options here, and it looks like they're going to go for the conservative one. Flamey's upgraded into a Deagle, Perfecto doing the same as they talk through their options in spawn here. We're not going to see any upgrades from Boomich. Simple last second goes into the Deagle, and Electronic will just be on the Glock as well. So Na'Vi probably really going to cool the pace right now. No rush on this one. And in these gun rounds, something that I've noted is the territory that Na'Vi's taken early, whether it be towards top banana, whether it be towards top middle, well, it's almost like pass the parcel. VP take it back, and then Na'Vi take it back again, and then VP take it back again, and then we eventually get a fight. Now, if Na'Vi have a bit more commitment once they take that territory, they can catch VP out with some of these rotations that we're seeing. And we don't expect a lot on a round like this, so we have a specialist from the A team. We call him in.
Hello. What's going on? Everyone feeling good?
Mate.
That was a nice round from James last round, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he needed to get something done, right?
So all 4
Jamie
kills
boy.
come in, you know. It's anyway, we got some Deagles out to play here. Na'Vi, they're potent. Will they get anything out of it, Sanji? Nice little spray control there. But they're going to be putting Buster under pressure. He's got rotates on the way. Electronic playing spoiler. He does only have a Glock, though. Oh, a little dink. That did like 10 damage. But look at Electronic. He's sneaking and sliding through the... They have no idea who's here. He's found the gap. So he really is playing spoiler. His teammates need to play game helper and wait. Look at this. Oh, insta dink. It's still going to be pretty unlikely, but if they get any damage done, that's pretty good.
Simple's gone up.
And now Electronic's got the ult now. This is very winnable. I know you guys might want to take this away, but I'll keep going. They're coming from both sides of the map, swapping out for the M4. A bit more versatile to find these fights isolated. Ideally wants to find a 1v1. Praise to God he doesn't get double peeked in. But this would be a huge round to win. This is just Glocks and a few little Deagles. So this is definitely doable for Electronic. He is the player. No armor, though. And there is a HE on Quickert, as I like to call him, because he's quick.
We're ramping now.
But this is it. They're slowly sneaking at the time. They've got the kits. They can do this, but they need to get on it now. Nade not finding the position. Playing well. Back turn. They don't know. And he gets both of them. They have no idea he's in the back. Oh, my goodness. Electronic again and again.
That was unbelievable. From behind. You called him spoiler, and spoil he does. You could see he was considering closing that gap. But just as James turns around, he has to get the dink, gets the dink, converts it, tucks in, they swing. This was perfect. In fact, Boomich gets Yakinda, enables Electronic to play the waiting game, and there was so many uncertainties as to where he was playing that after plan from.
They had that nade, they chose wrong.
Yep.
They took a gamble, that's all you can do. And look what it's done to their money.
Huge win
The
from
economy's
Na'Vi.
looking a bit rough. It's, you know, you've got bits and pieces of
Heartbreaker.
utility. Gorgeous round. And excuse me for saying simple, I was like, oh, that's a simple moment right there. You've got a 1v2, you might get a plant. Yeah, no, it's Electronic. Welcome back to the forefront. That could be a real catalyst to his performance if he keeps now rising. But game. There we go. Nice work towards Flamey. Kickert well and truly aware, and that's the bomb noted just in front of Boiler. Sanji called in, and they're doing very well here, the CTs, considering they didn't have much utility to make really anything happen with.
Yeah, a bit of a YOLO round there from Na'Vi. Felt like they did just kind of say, do what you want. Walks up mid and loses the bomb and the AWP. Weren't expecting Kickert in the Boiler. 4 CTs are on the wrong side of the map should they walk up Banana.
No. Oh, no.
No.
Surely not.
Thanks, Rush.
Surely not. They have a lot of utility for the retake here, but they're still gambling. Hey, top mid's being cleared. You've even got your Kinder poking his head down, seeing if
Where can they
anybody's...
be?
They have to be Banana.
Surely someone's saying this.
Game's in halls right now.
Are they just saying, we'll play retake?
You haven't lost them, boys. They're not invisible.
They're being so passive, though. Na'Vi, this is costing them a valuable opportunity. Should they not get across? Now they drop the util. Okay, here we go. It will be B. It should still be a VP round, but the fact the bomb hasn't been planted and Buster's tucked in indicates problems for Na'Vi. Bomb plant. 2v4. Smoke Banana side. And 3 pushing from this side of the map. Boomich, what are you made of? What can you do? Oh, it's a great flash. He's trying to escape. Does tuck in behind the smoke. Oh, no, the timing for Perfecto. And Buster finishes things off nicely. Well handled. VP find their 5th on the retake, but still a bit of gamble towards the A side of things. Did give Na'Vi extra room to maneuver.
Good bounce back here from VP after losing to those pistols. You would have been scratching your head thinking the half is going to run away from him. If they lost that round right there, very likely Na'Vi convert the 11-4 scoreline. Here, the best they can get the 10-5. Still a fantastic T-half from Na'Vi, but you can see emissions in the last round of play. Tech9's coming out for the likes of Perfecto and Boomich. We've got Electronic onto a Mac 10. An AK for Flamey. Simple, I'm sure he has one lying on the ground. Actually, there is a Galil as well for Boomich. So 1 extra rifle in play up against this AWP of Jame. Some AK-47s. They've got the utility. They've got everything they like, VP, and they definitely need this 6th.
Okay. Kicker getting a little laggy here. There's a lot more players on the other side this time. Last time they isolated 1. Now there's more, but they only see Flamey. Flamey wins. And now we've got the 1 man holding, which is Jame. He's delivered that 4K before, but asking that again is going to be ridiculous, and surely Electronic's out. James Flash and Electronic and Flamey, everyone's starting to build up here. This is looking very, very scary once again for Virtus.pro. Electronic breaks into the site. James dead, and that bomb can be planted any time now.
Wrong place, wrong time for Buster there. Had to be desperate, had to take some space. And this one looks done and dusted. Yakinda and Sanji in a 2-on-5 in the final round of regulation in the first half.
Yakinda isolates 1. Simple goes down. 3v2 though. Tech9's just
easy.
Mad pressure, isn't it? Sanji can't do much with this, I don't think. No, Boomich to close. Na'Vi setting the tone. They've come in and they've looked like the daddies in this server. Electronic looking hot to trial. We'll see if Virtus.pro can pull themselves together for that second half.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are 2 hearts that beat in time, and the tide was looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise.
Alrighty, we are back 5-10. Na'Vi still leading. It's Virtus.pro's time on the T side. Now, I can't help but think of Banana. Chad,
Banana?
it's on the mind.
It is, and there's
Banana on the brain.
reason. That's kind of where Na'Vi set the tone of this game. Very, very fast stuff, very quick pace, and then even winning that Glock and Deagle round with the Electronic coming up absolutely clutches over towards that B side of the map as well. But for VP, this was their choice. It means they were most likely expecting to start on the T side. That's where they find themselves now, and a CZ of Simple is going to do some damage, but not enough. And Simple with the knife. What's he doing?
Yeah, he ran out of bullets and felt there was no way out. Knew he'd tagged up one, hoped to slash on the push. Yakinda's into the site, though, as is his team. Flamey boosting up Perfecto, and he can tap at Sanji. It's awkward. Okay, Sanji's alive, and James makes Flamey dead. Just Boomage then, Perfecto. Both coming in from either angle. There is a lot of ways in. Not anymore.
See you, Boomage. I don't know what you could do with this one.
Not anymore. Yeah, he's recovered the CZ75, or he's equipped with his own, hasn't yet to fire a single bullet. Maybe he can get one or two here. Constellation frags. Sanji takes him down. Brutal.
Whoa.
Brutality.
That is destroyed right there. I was thinking even if he grabs a couple of kills, it's only $100 per kill with the CZ75. So the best thing he would have been doing is taking Kevlar away from the VP members. And that's a great pistol round. That's going to be fantastic for their confidence when you look at how that first half finished off. Obviously with that final round from Na'Vi to post them up to 10. It was going to be a bit of a battle for VP, but the battle's not over just yet. They need to weather the storm of this force buy. We have more CZs out. We have an scout out for Simple, who didn't manage the run boost, still wants to fight. Might get a tag here. Sanji well aware of the lines of sight. And into Banana is 4 members from the VP side. Yakinda solo patrolling over towards A, dealing with any mid, window, or halls aggression. So early exchange of nades here. Smoke towards CT, smoke towards Coffin. Are they going to go in on this?
I mean, it looks like it. Flamey Who else is here? You've got Boomich here, and now leaning on the way is
play.
Perfecto. This is feeling sketchy. They've committed so much to it, though. All that utility's been put down, and Flamey's now going to get freebie. This does feel a bit wonky at the moment. I'm not loving it at all. Boomich dies. I mean, they're kind of making it work, but it feels held together by duct tape.
Boomich's death is a problem. There is a chance for scout shot here onto Buster. He goes for a quick one, doesn't hit it, so bomb does go down, and Sanji retreats to pool.
Wait, what?
Electronic finding Buster. We didn't catch that one. Sanji does manage to bail them out. A 2-on-2 now. And a crossfire that they have to maintain. Electronic, they know where he was coming from as well. Sanji, vulnerable, simple grouping. And they start their push. Smokes one side. Sanji digs him out. That's great control of the MAC-10. There's an AK. You just saw it. You're blind. Hello. Gets it. James grabbing that. So we're all good in the hood. VP nearly falling to the pistols. We see how that one started. So this is Boomich, just a lovely spray through the smoke in a second. Was found on the cross back. That's Flamey. Sanji, though, 4 kills on that MAC-10 and just really exploiting the absence of armor there with his SMG. A necessary win there because that's put Na'Vi on eco, and this gap's going to close now.
Yeah, it looked like a very one-sided game. Not that long ago here, you have Na'Vi on the back foot. That all in towards B was very dangerous, but they're able to deal with that, and now James dealing with Simple. This should be another round on the board for VP.
Double lane.
A little bit late. James going to continue with this MAC-10 farming cash for future AWPs. He's got himself 3,800 right now, and that's without the win bonus from this round. It's Perfecto and Electronic, the last two to stand. Electronic is in his standard position.
I don't love this.
That's 2 nice kills. It's damage, but the bomb T stairs.
Yeah, this is why I don't love this. Yes, they have B, but if you get whittled down, if an AK comes back in, Buster, you're a lucky boy.
It's his own flash.
Yeah, not great. But there was an AK loose. There's players around. You know, we've already seen the Electronics maybe not having the most highlight game, but after that clutch, I'm not going to doubt what can happen if you open up for mistakes.
Okay, so getting into the gun rounds right here. Let's see what VP want to do with their approach. Because Na'Vi have the AWP on Simple. They don't have any utility for Simple, and they don't have a defuse kit. James operating with the AK-47 as well. Didn't upgrade into the AWP. Is there a direct approach here? Because over towards Banana is where 3 members are leaning. Flashes over the top. Sanji dealing with the ult mid push. Nice nade.
Oh,
ouch.
Hitting him literally in the dome.
Knocks his beret clean off. Simple will re-peek into this. It's just a matter of timing. So a 3-2 split of our Na'Vi members, and Buster's got himself full banana control. There will be a smoke from Boomich on the jiggle. I think now would be a pretty good time if he sees kick it. Yep. Smoke's deployed. Oh, Simple with a miss. Yakinda spotted. That's the lurk middle, but I think he's going to take the shot and rotate. He's thought about it, he considered it, and is on his way.
Great decision-making so far from Simple. Whether or not it opens up an opportunity for Yakinda, we'll find out. Buster going to see this. Wait, he threw the smoke for that, and the follow-up's exceptional. Simple's there quick, and Buster's faster. 3 kills for him. Already the site's under control. They can get the bomb planted. That's a done one.
Round over. Just like that. Nice work from Buster. He found a tiny gap, a tiny slither gap to catch that CT push, and then just heard the jump of Simple as he was trying to take matters into his own hands. That sound cue was enough to confirm and to convert. So 9 for Virtus.pro. We are on to a bit of an intense one here. I thought Na'Vi's first half was enough to convince many. Chad, I think you had a similar sentiment, but
especially with the mood we saw on the cams, right? They were smiling.
Smiling.
That's unusual in itself. Okay, Electronic, can you hold on to this? Yakinda's coming.
Okay, Electronic. James gonna be close. Whoop.
He spotted one.
Okay, and now the swing.
Ouch.
Gotta live, gotta live. They're gonna let him hold on to this. They're not actually gonna push past the precipice there. So great work here from Buster.
2.
And Buster's continuing to impress me. Maybe not necessarily always in the fragging department, but today he's doing really well. But the ability to find room. He did this on Overpass. He's able to kind of, it feels like he feels out the game very well. A nice intuition for the game. And he's certainly punished Na'Vi now in 2 series, maybe just the start of it in this one. We'll see if he can continue to do that.
well, Na'Vi will be able to buy back through, so getting the guns out again. Famis this time for Flamey. Decent smattering of utility to work with. There's no crazy pace as Perfecto will get boosted up onto the balcony position. Nice little off angle there. T's normally keeping their eyes on the horizontal plane. Flashes, man.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Simple. Having another mare. You really need to see some more simple frags. Some blue on brown at the moment. He's just been the opening death. Yukinda gobbles up the flash, Electronic in a passive line and holds it to perfection. What a cheeky gamer this man is. He drops his smoke prematurely. He was anticipating an A hit, and it may be enough to dissuade them. But look at the control they have here, Lauren. Buster's pushing CT Arch smoke.
Yeah, Buster, again, trying to find a bit of room, and he might thread the needle well. I guess it's the timing,
going for
right?
the banana split. This is going to suck for the CTs.
Oh, let's go, Buster.
He's going to keep 2 of them on A. They've won this round unless Boomich gets a triple kill.
And no easy task either. You got Kicker, Sanji, and Jame on the other side, but he's trying to navigate that smoke.
No way. No way. Oh, they can just gray screen him. Brutal round again. VP's T side is potent. One to be feared. What is this now? This is unstoppable. 5 rounds in a row. Yeah, 5. From the 10-5 half, they have equalized and yet to see a single peep out of the Na'Vi CT.
You're creative, Alex. You've got a good brain for this. What's a good nickname for Buster? He's finding space. He's creating room. He's, behind the enemy line. You know what I mean?
Dust Buster.
Well, we could call him the Buster, or, the Buster battering ram. That's an old medieval thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Buster move. Buster making a move.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Do you want to think we can mull it over?
No.
No? Right now?
No, right now.
It has to be done right now, or we don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Did we note this stat line that SEO sent us here?
I have not. Please,
he said in their last 4 meetings on Inferno, VP have averaged 9 rounds on their T side. It's clear that Na'Vi have never figured it out. It's a 3-1 head-to-head advantage for VP on Inferno.
Interesting.
Wow.
So the T side's what's cracking the Na'Vi code. And, well, on average, 9 T rounds. They're already 5 to the good here. Let's see if they can maintain the unbeaten spree against, what do you call this? Okay, it's
an all-in.
It's an all-in.
A scary all-in.
Ooh, it's a weird one. I was thinking, the crowbar for Buster, prying him open.
Crowbar we use a lot.
True, yeah.
What if we...
I want to find something for him because he's done this so often. I'm so curious to see what Boomage can do with this CZ.
Yeah, I mean, with the molly, he's going to have space. He can get close to that half wall if he desires, but Boomich and the sandbags, an iconic relationship in Counter-Strike. He loves these
bags of cement.
Bags of cement with a passion. Now, that's his only smoke grenade dropped. It will force out nades towards his location, and he's okay. He's happy to take it for some reason. Flashes do force kick it out, and they replace one CZ with an M4. All right, Na'Vi, can you crack this code? Can you crack the VPT side? What's the answer? They've still got util. Should there be any threats towards Banana, but the CT half-wall smoke has denied a lot of space. Yukinda's taken some, though, and a passive A setup enables Yukinda just to walk on up. How brave is he feeling, though? Does he go for the long walk up long?
Might get simple again.
Ooh, has to halt for a second as the smoke comes up. It isn't actually a wall. Electronic, playing around that Molotov, doesn't choose to extinguish, obviously doesn't have the utility to do so, but the T's are in the site. Now, there are still a lot of presence here. Electronic was, hanging around. He did have Perfecto, who's now dead, but that's a bomb plant, and Electronic's kind of in the den with him.
Yeah,
trade work.
Really nice trade work. You see how they all paused to make sure. And yeah, Na'Vi going to concede a 6 consecutive rounds to VP's T side.
All right, well, this is getting very, very dicey now for Na'Vi on these gun rounds. They're being out-positioned, and we were talking about Yukinda constantly being back and forth between that speedway. Similar scenes can be said for Simple here, and not only that, he's been playing in tandem with other players who have been constantly rotating around as well. Flamey was called back over to come drop a smoke, and players, if you're playing in transition and territory could have been taken, and it could have been in a round like this because of the double pit setup, you have to be much more precarious about the way that you make your way back over, and you're walking into players who could have already established angles and already be established for duels that you could be now, I guess, putting your head on the line for. So Na'Vi, they need to grab some map control and find an opening pick here on the CT side. They must take the fight to VP at this stage because they're being beaten as far as rotations are concerned, and quite handedly. The money situation, not ideal, and they will take a timeout. They've got one more remaining. You can see this, the streak of 6 in a row, the last 3 all ending with bomb detonation.
Okay, so chat has given us another option because he's finding space.
Yeah.
Busternaut.
Busternaut.
Astronaut. I
Sounds
assume.
like something else, so I don't know.
Well, look. There's an A in there, chat.
Yeah, look.
Keep in mind out the gutter.
It's always in the gutter.
Get it out of there.
I've never left the gutter. Well, if you can get Busternaut into a round, Lauren, I'm happy to hear it, but
I don't know if I can.
It's very difficult.
Hard to, yeah. But it's a work in progress. I really, I want to find something for that.
Well, I'm excited to see if you can make it work. But round 22, I want to see if Na'Vi can make a CT-sided gun round work. They've opted in with a UMP. There's a AUG in the hands of Flamey now. M4s for the other 3. Kits and utility. They have everything they need. And they've opted for one of these 4-man B leans. They're posting Electronic forward. Normally the Bastion of Hope over towards that pit position. Well, now he's been called in towards the B site to help, expending their utility. And now Perfecto and Electronic have the long rotation all the way back towards A to group up with Simple. This is going to allow Boomich and Flamey to hold on to their smokes and the Molotov in Boomich's hand here for the later round hits. But there's still 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. VP weren't dissuaded by any of that early utility. Buster took a little lick. Kickett's just taken some damage now himself. But all in all, they're looking pretty good right now, VP. Towards top middle, they want to take some control, but so does Simple. You can't lose another duel like this.
Easier said than done for his performance so far. And we discussed the lack of utility for Virtus.pro when they were on the CT side around the minute mark, and you're seeing obviously something quite similar now.
Yeah, looks like we've just, G2 have gone down in the Worlds of League of Legends. I am keeping my finger on the pulse there. It's a semi-final for Europe in the other video game, if you're interested in lots of esports. That plays on. We'll keep our eyes on that. Buster's walking into B, trying to find space, as we've already decided he's got a new nickname. And look at this, Busternaut's doing it again. Floating through the ether, has got himself into B. The entire B rotate is locked off, and now we're going to see the pressure applied to the A site. Yep, there's Buster, killing Boomich. You can't leave the site. Try as much as you might. There's another. VP win the fight. This one's done.
Another save here. Na'Vi.
Oh, I like watching these guys play.
Yeah, this is rough. This is a clean sheet right now from VP. Keeping things looking very, very solid. They don't ever look wobbled. And this is why I say that Na'Vi need to take a fight to them. Push down Banana, push down mid, take a duel through the second mid window, have something pre-rehearsed, have a good pop flash, have a deep smoke and molly combo that, say, somebody like KNG does to force an AWP duel. You need to find an opening kill, Na'Vi. Otherwise, you're just being destroyed.
I mean, how often do we see that crazed fight for banana control?
Yeah.
They'll commit and die for, but it can get them a pick. And then you'll see Simple doing simple things, wherever he wants to be. But
Being held at bay, definitely.
yeah, and again, Simple's performance, it's not something you've ever really had to critique too much. We've had one bad game so far, I think, or one bad series, should I say. But then you've seen him here, and he's quiet again. Oh, checking in here.
Yeah, so we're looking at the DreamHack Open Fall right now. This is the lower bracket final. Winner of this will play Astralis later this evening. Heroic versus NIP now onto map number 3. Vertigo was taken by NIP 16-8. They moved on to Train, which was NIP's pick. Heroic picked that one up 16-3. And now Overpass will be the final map of that affair. But,
I mean, let's just get our heads framed up for this one that's on your screens right now. If you've just tuned in, Na'Vi won the first half on their T side 10-5. Virtus.pro currently untouched, unscathed on their T side, and Boomich trying to change things. A crazy connection, but traded. So a 4-on-4. Yakinda, the newest addition to VP, has been hanging with the Beg boys. And now, well, it could be the B commitment. Lots of util deployed, Simple rotating in, only with the Desert Eagle, and you can see how sketchy this one is. He's done well to find space. A stray bullet did connect, and there's so many members throwing bullets through that smoke. He's going to drop another one. That's good timing.
Still only 2 to get past. As much as this does feel sketchy for the T side, it is just Simple and Flamey here. Flamey's probably the more dangerous element to all of this, but they have backed away, but they're left with nothing. They have one molly to play with if they wanted to change their minds, but maybe doubling down.
Okay, throwing that AK away.
Look at the power of a pause, guys. What was a 3v3 on B by standing still for 20 seconds is now a 3v1.
It's just flamey.
That is the power of cutting noise. When you've got your elephant footsteps behind me as my teammate, that's why I'm angry at you. Oh, that should be Flamey's kill, and it is every day of the week. Needs another. Yakinda doesn't finish off the job. Flamey could have done enough for Na'Vi's first here on the defense. He will be Molotov'd out. Jane converts. They need to plant.
No man's land.
Oh, no. Did he get it? He did. Okay. And Jane takes a risk, and it costs him a great deal of health. Finds another. Pushed on Banana. Great shot from Perfecto. Puts it all onto Yakinda. Can he clutch up? He's been spotted and swung on. Electronic hitting the necessary headshots. And that, my friends, is round 1 for Na'Vi here in the second half of the first map of our first semi-final for the CIS of IEM New York.
Been quite the drought there, hasn't it? Na'Vi finally getting one on the board, and I guess if we're going to continue to look at positives for Na'Vi, the AWP is carried across. Simple can wield that, and they can start finding themselves some impact across the map here. Of course, VP, no dramas with the buy themselves. They're going to purchase on through. And Flamey, the man with the AUG towards the back of the site, scoped on in, almost flubs his lines there, but so does Sanji. And converting the final throws, the defuse comes on through. And now we see ourselves drawing one round closer to level. Can Na'Vi bounce back with consecutive CT rounds here?
Yeah, well, I mean, that will be the determining factor. If we do see 2, game on. If we don't, if it's back to the usual VP, oh my God, Simple just charges down middle. He does get traded, despite the suppressing flashbangs. So a 4v4, but Simple hitting his shot puts Yakinda in the grave early. And we will see a 4v4 shape up here in a crucial juncture of the game. They remove the AWP from play. Oops, trying to. There we go. James didn't quite throw it out. That's Buster's job. Bit of a housekeeper as well as an astronaut.
A couple of professions on the go.
Have to in these trying times, Lauren.
Keep your options open.
Yeah, he's been retraining.
Cosmonauts can't do it all. The money, maybe it's just not there.
Well, you got to keep the spaceship clean. You've played Among Us.
You're right.
The leaves.
Filter them out. Nicely timed smoke for Booch. Ooh, bit of a catch on the end of it. Another one. He wasn't so quick to back away. Could have hurt a lot more.
So he's working at half health.
They should just be execute here.
Yeah, but I don't know if they do. VP have got this weird second guessing of themselves.
Look at all the smokes they have to work with, though. There's 3 to their name. They could even limp one out towards the front side if they want to garner some control towards pool. Molotovs towards the back of site. Flashes are good too.
Na'Vi shuffling around. There's that smoke towards the front. Kickit gonna lead the way. Buster behind. Flamey and Boomich. Boomich hitting anti-flash. Turns back around. Buster's caught most of that. And Boomich does catch the frag. That's not bad. Now Kickit. Oh, lovely work. Both frags going to his favor, leaving Electronic and Perfecto quite far away, but they've got here quick enough.
They have to go for this, I feel like.
Yeah, they do. The bomb's gone down, so pushing in all onto Perfecto. He can't do much, and VP straight back to their winning ways. Kicker delivering a triple and a nod of happiness as he wiggles his mouse in pursuit of 16. Yes, round 25 is ahead of us. VP's map pick and looking good to convert. After a 10-5 deficit on the half, their T-side has certainly awoken some brilliance, and you can see how this one shaped up for Boomich. He thought he had the element of surprise around the edge of the smoke, but Kickit was prepared, and Sanji found the final. So here we go. It's not pretty again. CT's making anything they can work. FAMAS, MP9, Simple not taking such of a crazy risk this time. He'll just hold that mid-swing. Nobody's home. Yakinda might catch a little bit of nade damage from Perfecto. He's safe. Buster working hard to take this space. It's cost him half of his health as well. And a changing of the guard. They swap out a Boomich for a Simple. Makes sense considering Flamey's only got a smoke and an SMG. He will require more. Uh-oh. Double nades. This could kill Simple. Oh, it's going coffins. That's a shame.
And Flamey just sat postured forward, of course. Yakinda this time, getting himself towards the top side of middle. We're at the minute mark here. T-side still has plenty of utility to play with. CT side dwindled a little low when we've got 3 smokes. Still could buy a good chunk of time, of course, with it. And it does seem as though the bomb's still staying by the top of middle. So maybe the end goal will be that A side.
They've been given so much room in these mid-rounds here. VP don't have to fight for territory in the same way that Na'Vi did. And now pressure on Boomich.
There's the first bit of contact. Smokes go in. Library, Arch, all cut off. Boomich goes in. Yakinda, apparently blind, still finds the shot very comfortably as Perfecto called to attention. Turns towards CT Arch, isolates Buster, loses the fight, and suddenly it's just Electronic again.
Yeah, you see the flashes for VP? They're just so perfect. Every time they're... Oh, wow, Electronic could get another hit. A 1 versus... Oh. He just walks into the flame. And so, with the bomb now down, we're into a 2v2. We can reset. There is no util for the T side. They won't be able to defend or hold them at bay. It will have to be bullets here, Lauren.
It will be. And Jame has allowed someone in the door. Jame now. Oh gosh. Okay, you get away with that, do you? Cool. I guess that's pretty reasonable. That's an absolutely reasonable thing to happen.
That was a nice recovery right there.
Jeez.
That round was on until Electronic died. And I know that seems like a silly thing to say, but it's more his position as opposed to if he was going to get more kills or not. If he stayed alive to pit, that means the site individuals would have had to continue to worry about him. And here's the highlight again. That nice quick adjustment, but then just dipping his toes into the flames, and nobody likes that. Difficult one to convert when they didn't have any territory to work with, and now they have to force buy again. Na'Vi, looks like map 1 could be done unless they convert another miracle round. I know they did it in the first half with Electronic in a massive clutch, but to do it again against VP, who look very, very poised, it's not looking like the easiest of tasks here. A lot more harassment of utility towards Banana this time from Na'Vi. Molotov smokes, nade damage done, kick it down to 51, but that's about it. Otherwise, VP just sit back, receive the utility, call it out, let Jame, the in-game leader, know what's being thrown and where, and then from there they could just make these mid-round calls. They're also confident with their AKs and their aim walking on through. They have a very good understanding of how they want to jostle around the map. We haven't seen them lose to timeout rounds. We haven't seen them get flustered in the last 30 seconds. VP have looked on point on this T-half. And now they have top banana control. So the early utility usage from Na'Vi, they were able to lose all the control, still with 50 seconds on the clock.
Double stack towards pit. Smoke with Jame. 35 seconds. They've got to commit towards this one. Electronic this time will at least have the smoke there, but the nades are so key. He's dead. That's 3 of them just threading through. Simple keeping his head down. His teammates fall around him. He is the only one standing on this site. Everything else has been cleanly collected. Now he appears 1, 2. He wants the 3rd so badly. He's going to get it. Simple. That could have been one of the rounds, but he's made space. He's made an opportunity now.
Yeah, the power of pit. And the power of surprise. Jame missing his shot, wants to re-peek. He's cautious of long, so much so he's flashed it twice. It does work out to deter Boomich, but Jame, a lot of pressure on his shoulders here. Needs to find a clean kill. And he hits it. What a fantastic quick reaction from him. He's won the round now. And 15 for Virtus.pro, despite Simple's best efforts. He sits in that mini pit, gets 3 with the Desert Eagle. It's still not enough. Na'Vi have got 1 round to show for this CT side. And look at those nades. Poor Electronic. He's got nothing he can do. And VP, they have prepared and executed a flawless T side here.
Yeah, look, if we reflect on when these guys played within the group stage, the Inferno scoreline was 16-11 then as well, and we're looking like we're on course for that once more. VP, fantastic scenes here today. I thought they might have been a little bit flustered. We can see why Na'Vi justified their T-side choice on the map pick that is traditionally CT-sided. They've really struggled here today. Only 1 CT round on Inferno.
This is tough, and now Buster put to task again. Finds the first. Oh gosh, he's got Simple too. That felt limp. It felt nothing from Simple, which is not something you often say. And Buster is having his way with them. Beats his. He walked in. He took 3 fights and won every single one of them with barely a shot fired back.
Yeah, this one's cooked.
That position he has with the AWP now, there is no way. There is no way that Na'Vi are able to win this round. They're not even coming through CT. Yakinda's got him.
Can't quite transfer to finish, but Perfecto knows he's got a long and arduous task ahead of him. He's got, what, 30 seconds? He's in middle, and he's watching as Sanji finishes him off. 16-11, T-side. Yes, Yakinda with the flex. They're 1-0 up. VP make a 10-5 half. 5